Hey, good morning, everybody. Just gonna quickly go through our slides for today and see if there's anything we can do to make it a little bit easier. So today we're going to be looking specifically at magnetism and electromagnetism. So how does electric current or moving electrons actually create electric field or magnetic fields, just like your regular magnet would that we looked at yesterday. So, electricity and magnetism are two forms of the same basic force. They're both really caused by the movement of electrons. So you remember yesterday, magnetics things, or magnets are magnetic. They attract other things made of magnetic material because they align with the way that the electrons are spinning. So it all comes back to that idea of electrons because electricity is moving electrons. That's what actual electricity is. So one of these can cause the other. So an electric current will actually cause a magnetic field, and then a moving magnetic field can be used to create a current. And this is how we actually make electricity in power plants. So if you go to almost any power plant in the world, you're going to get a giant magnet in a coil of wires, and we're going to spin one of the two, whether it's the magnet or the wires, and that spinning is going to cause the electrons in the coil of wires to move, generating electricity. So we're going to kind of go through that process. Um, but what is an electromagnet? An electromagnet is a magnet that's created by current in wires. So if you look at power lines and even cords in your headphones or cords that plug into the wall, there's a tiny electric or magnetic field that surrounds those. And the bigger the current, the stronger that field's going to be. So all conductors can create a current. So if you wrap wire around an iron core, so if you take a nail, for example, right, and then you put a current through that wire. So you attach it to a voltage source and you get a current flowing through that wire. You're actually gonna um, you're actually going to create an electric or a magnetic field. And you're going to be able to pick things up like this. So if you ever see at like a junkyard or anywhere where they're using big magnets that they can turn on and off, or anytime you can turn a magnet on and off, essentially what you're using is an electromagnet because they're passing a current through some wire with a magnetic core inside, like iron. So they can be turned on and off with a switch. You can reverse the poles if you change the direction of the current. So if you switch the direction of the current, it can be changed, and you can actually increase the strength or decrease the strength by changing the current. So the higher the current, the stronger the magnet's going to be, and the lower the current, the weaker the magnet's going to be. Right? There's a couple of ways that you can even do other than just increasing the current. So first off, increasing the current does increase the strength of an electromagnet. But if you wrap more wire around the coil, or I mean, sorry, coils of wire around the core, you're actually going to increase the strength of that magnet. And then if you put more magnetic material like iron in the core, that magnet is going to become stronger as well. Right? The things that we find that are natural magnets, it's again due to the arrangement of their electrons, right? And most things aren't magnetic because we can't get their electrons to spin in the same direction. So when you find a natural magnet, right, it is because of those electrons lining up and spinning in the same direction. An electromagnet, we're kind of generating by that flow of electrons, pushing them in the same direction. All right, so your exit ticket is due today by 2:30. Okay. And reminder, we have a quiz, or not a quiz, our unit test. So 20 questions on all the stuff we've been going over since we started distance learning. That's going to be on Monday of next week, so in 2 days. So you have today, tomorrow, and then Monday is going to be your test. Please sign up for office hours in the afternoon if you have questions or if you didn't do so hot on the last test or quiz, excuse me, or you just want to go over pieces of this, and we'll go from there. Right? Let me know if you have any questions. Have a great day, everybody.